How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Nashville Predators franchise mode in the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, sorry this one took a little bit longer to go up for you guys, but I did tweet it out that I wasn't going to be able to be recording yesterday, so go ahead and follow me on Twitter, at Rybrad3097, if you want to stay up to date with all of the news that I have to tweet out. But anyway, enough of the self-promotion. Let's go ahead and get into the Stanley Cup Final against the Washington Capitals here, boys. Let's go ahead and see. Is Ovi still leading the charge over there in Washington? And are they, they lost TJ Oshie, I know that. Is their offense still going to be as good? And salary cap issues, I don't know. They do seem to still be good, though. 92, 92, 93 is the best team I think I've seen across the board there. But maybe they still have Braden Holtby, or maybe they found some other Russian goaltender. Actually, Braden Holtby's Canadian. I always think he's Russian. Never mind. Anyway, hopefully our fourth line can step it up a little bit more than they did last time. Again, we got that depth, boys. I think, not looking at their team, I mean our team, it's got stars. I mean, it's got rock-solid goaltending, great defense that can put in points, offensive depth out the wazoo. So let's go ahead and check out what does Washington have. And there he is, boys. Alexander Ovechkin, the grade 8, still kicking it at 36-87 on that first line with Nicholas Backstrom and Jakub Vrana, who's now better sniper than Alexander Ovechkin, apparently. Man, they got two snipers surrounding Nicholas Backstrom. That's pretty damn good. Marcus Johansson, Evgeny Kuznetsov, and Andrei Burakovsky. So another solid line. Their top six is a very, very solid top six, boys. It kind of scares me a little bit. Lars Eller, Nick Cousins, and then Tom Wilson. So not that great of a third line, but it's not bad either. And their fourth line kind of interesting. Jason Robertson, Andreas Martinson, and Murphy Stratton. So okay, so their fourth line is not great, but we've seen that overall really doesn't matter when it comes to putting in points, because you saw Maxime Comtois, he's really contributing this playoff, so who knows, maybe these guys will do something for him. But let's go check out what they have defensively. They still have Niskanen and Shattenkirk, so getting up there in age, but they're still quite good players. Not quite as good as our first pairing. Their second line is about on par with what we got with Madison Bowie and Dmitry Orlov, and their third pairing it's pretty good. It's not quite as good as ours, but it's certainly not a terrible third pairing like we've seen in the past. They've got Scott Harrington and Lucas Johansson. Then in goal, they still got Braden Holtby, the beast that he is, Holt Beast. Man, having a great playoffs. Pretty similar stats, though, to John Gibson. So we'll see whose offense and defense, can propel their goalie to the win here in the Stanley Cup Finals. But enough talking, boys. I'm already excited. This is going to be the toughest test we've faced in the playoffs so far, I'm pretty sure. I don't recall a team being this deep all across the board and being this good in the back end as well. So let's go ahead. We got the home ice advantage. Let's take advantage of it, boys. Let's go ahead and get right into it in this first period. And all right, Auston Matthews nets one for Nashville. It is 1-0 Nashville on Washington, and Auston Matthews gets one past Braden Holtby. Shots are about even. Nashville's up by 1, though. Come on, boys, keep it rolling in the second period. And all right, Maxime Comtois on that fourth line, boys. Stepping up for us, the rookie. But Andrei Burakovsky on that second line with 1:15 left keeps Washington close. Down by 1, they head into the third period. Puck drop. Shots are now in Washington's favor, but Ryan Johansson nets one. And then David Perron on that fourth line. And Nashville's offense coming out strong. Back and forth in shots. But Nashville's finding the holes. And there's Auston Matthews. Yet again, it's 5-1. Washington's defense just can't hold up. Braden Holtby getting a little bit shook against the Nashville Predators. This crowd telling him it's all his fault, that he sucks. And it's getting into his head, boys. 5-1 victory for Nashville. Now, Andrei Burakovsky on that second line scored, and what's it? Okay, so it looks like Craig Smith's the only one with a minus. Interesting, but it does look like Johansson got 2 points. Awesome. So it was him, Perron, and Matthews were our best performers, and in goal, another rock-solid performance from the brick wall that is John Gibson. 28 saves on 29 shots, 966 save percentage. Hell yeah, boys. A 5-1 win in game number 1. That is definitely going to boost morale and going to propel us, hopefully, into game number 2 on a hot streak. Mika Salamaki doesn't like his ice time, but hey, we're winning the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't want to hear about you complain about your ice time. Let's go, game number 2, boys. Let's get it. Oh, I'm sorry, boys. I'm just hyped. Let's get it. First period. All right, and Kevin Fiala goes ahead and scores, and Nashville again has a 1-0 lead at the end of 1. Shots are again in favor of Washington, 13-9, but Nashville's got the biggest statistical advantage you can have, and that's having more goals than the opponent. Second period. And not anymore. Madison Bowie and Lucas Johansson. I think, are those both defenders? Two of their defenders just scored on us, boys. Okay. So, Nashville now down by 1. Home fans were out shooting them. I guess out shooting a team doesn't mean you're necessarily going to beat them, but it's certainly a good sign. Come on, boys. You're putting shots on like crazy. Braden Holtby, I guess, is just stepping up after last game. 5 minutes left in the period. Someone for Nashville step up. Come on. Please. 2 minutes. 1 minute. And it's not going to happen. Washington and Jesus, Holtby. 34 saves on 35 shots against. A tremendous performance in goal from Braden Holtby. And yeah, it looks like it was our first and second lines that really didn't get the job done for us. But, I mean, you got to put in more goals. I can't worry about defensively. When you hold the opponent to 2 goals, you should pretty much win every game that is. But Washington is now snatched away. Home ice advantage, boys. Oh, my God. Let's go. We got to go to Washington and take a game to get home ice advantage back. Let's go. Start out strong in this first period. Solve Braden Holtby, boys. You did in the first game. Second game, he shut you down. Let's get to him early in this third game. First period. And we didn't. It's 6-6 in shots. A very defensive first period. Neither offense is really putting in anything. All right, let's go. Come on, let's find that key. Let's get to the next gear, boys. Come on. We've been coasting for too long here. Let's go. Second period. And Cousins and Lars Eller scores, and Washington has a 2-0 lead, but Pajot scores and cuts the lead to 1 for Nashville. Now we're on the power play. Can we get it tied? And we can't. We're over doubling them in shots, but Niskanen scores from the point, and it's 3-1 Washington. Come on, Nashville. You are dominating this game. Holtby's putting on a tremendous performance to shut you down, but come on. Thomas Chabot scores, and we still have a chance with 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Come on, somebody score for us. 1 minute, and Victor Arvidsson with 1 minute left, and Lars Eller with 30 seconds left. We choked, boys. The tremendous comeback with a minute left, followed up by a 30-second left goal, and Washington's going to take 2 straight games. We have now dropped 2 in a row. Oh my God, I thought we were going to make the comeback, and Matthias Ekholm has been injured with a concussion. Do we have a scratch defenseman up here in the NHL? We do, Stuart Percy, but he's pissed off, so I'm not going to play him because he's only a 78. So let's go ahead, go to roster moves, check out what we have. Oh my God, I don't care. I want to call somebody up. Okay, so what do we have defensively in the system that we could call up in the Stanley Cup Finals? Good God. Vainio, Jesus, Cal Fleury. We got really nothing. I gotta play him. Okay, so let's move Thomas Chabot up to that second defensive pairing, and then move Stuart Percy into this empty slot here. Hopefully he'll grow a little bit. Oh shoot, wait, where is he? Hold on. Is he? I don't want him there. Yeah, he's not on that. He's on this though. I don't want him here. I want this to be Ryan Ellis. I'd much rather have Ryan Ellis in this situation. I guess I could just hit best lines, but oh Jesus, Stuart Percy and Comtois is on the penalty kill. Why is Comtois on the penalty kill? We got better penalty killers than that. No offense, Comtois, but yeah, Craig Smith. Is he not? Or is he up? No, he's up top there. My bad, boys. All right, these are necessary line changes though. We need to make something happen. Pajot, Spacek, left wingers, Forsberg, Fiala. No, I got to go with Pajot. He's got a pretty good defensive category, if I recall correctly. So Stuart Percy, no, get out of there. We're gonna go ahead. Damn, man, we lost our one of our better defensive players. Oh shoot, we got Yossi there already. I got to put Ryan Ellis in. There he is, Ryan Ellis, offensive defenseman. Not on the penalty kill. Not a big fan of it, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and throw Chabot up there with Subban and Yossi and Ellis. There we go. We'll change that. I don't think that any extras or we're going to need to change too much. That's fine. Yeah, we're good here. We're not going into any 3-on-3 overtime. We're probably not going to have any 4v4. So let's go ahead. Oh, come on. We need to take this game. We cannot go down 3-1 against the Washington Capitals in the Stanley Cup Finals, boys. Somebody step up for us. Let's go. First period. And Spacek scores, but Backstrom and Vrana score. That first line is killing us. 2-1 lead for Washington, even though Nashville outshot Washington yet again. Braden Holtby is playing out of his mind. Second period. And there we go. Arvidsson and Matthews. Finally, our top players are stepping up for us. And Nashville now has a 3-2 lead on the power play, but we can't extend the lead at all. 5 minutes into the period, we've got 10 more shots on goal than they do. 30 shots to their 20. Oh my God, they're on the power play now. Come on, Gibson. Yes, he stepped up. Huge penalty kill. 5 minutes left in the period, boys. Hold on. You can do it. 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Come on, 1 minute. And there it is. Oh, my God. Thought we were going to choke again. Washington put the pressure on, basically tied up the shots. We didn't put on almost any shots in that third period. And yet look at that. 4 shots in the third period. That is not what you want to see. But what you do want to see is us holding on there, taking the series back to Nashville tied after a 3-2 victory. It is now 2-2. It is anybody's ball game, boys. Well, anyone's game because it's, hockey. Matthias Ekholm is able to return. Let's go ahead, hit best lines, and I'll fix it from there. Best lines, Fiala's up there. I think I want James Neal up there instead. Mikas, oh God, no, they did this again. Sorry, boys, lots of line changes, but it has to happen. Yes, it just has to happen. The team's been playing too good otherwise. So let's go scratched here. Maxime Comtois, put him in. There we go. Defensively, yep, that's how it should be looking. Special teams, that's fine. Oh, wait, I want to check the penalty kill. I don't want Comtois on the penalty kill. That's not what I, Maxime Comtois. So we got spot check Smith, Perron, and we'll go ahead and throw Pajot. Actually, you know what? Austin Matthews, how good is his defensive category? It's not that great. Ryan Johansson, though. I'm going to put Johansson in there because I want to give him some more ice time. He's really not getting any ice time, and I think he'd be a good penalty killer for us. So let's go ahead. Game number 5, pivotal game number 5. Who's going to be one game away from taking home the cup? Who will it be, boys? Let's go. We need to come out strong. These home fans are loud. They're rowdy. Let's put on a good performance for them. First period. And there it is. Evgeny Kuznetsov opens the scoring less than a minute in, but Panarin and Jacobs scores. Jacobs, not a very huge scorer, doesn't get a lot of points, but he stepped up in the playoffs, and you need players who don't always step up to step up in the playoffs, boys. Oh, 15 shots to their 11, finally getting us the lead after the first period. Will we be able to continue it in the second period? And we do. Matthias Ekholm slightly injured, and Michael Spacek, it's 4-1, and Victor Arvidsson makes it 5-1 early on in this third period, and in a pivotal game 5, Nashville comes out offense blazing, and there it is. Pajot scores yet again, and it's 6-1 now for Nashville. But Burakovsky trying to mount a comeback for Washington, but I don't know if it's going to happen. They're down by 4 with 6.5 minutes left. Nashville's got a 6-2 lead. Great time for the offense to actually show up. We had a couple good defensive games early on, and now the offense is coming in clutch. Our 3 wins have been 2 offensive explosions and one solid defensive performance where it was a lockdown, boys. So points-wise, Ekholm and Ellis, again, the defense, like I said, our defense had to step up because offense is going to go toe-to-toe. It's our bread and butter. It's what Nashville is known for. It's our defense. Fiala and Pajot, also great games for them. That third line killed it for us. A 6-2 final, and we are 1 game away from winning the Stanley Cup, boys. Let's go ahead. Are we going to raise it in front of these Washington fans? Crush their hopes and dreams? Okay. 1 more game separates us and a second Stanley Cup under my GM tenure. Let's get it, boys. Let's get off to a strong start, punch them in the mouth, and take the Stanley Cup for Nashville. Let's go. First period. Okay, it is 0-0, but Washington did outshoot Nashville for once. Okay. Alright, so 0-0. Jeez, this is an intense game for the final game of the series. Or it could be what could be the final game of the series. I'm hoping it is the final game of the series. Let's go. Come on, Nashville offense. I need you to step up just like you did last game in the second period. And they do. Panarin and Forsberg score that first line, but Lars Eller keeps the Washington Capitals in it, boys. It is 2-1. And Marcus Johansson ties the game up for Washington, and Robertson gets the lead. And now Washington's got a 3-2 lead as we hit the halfway mark in the period. Nashville thought they were going to be easy going here. 5 minutes left, and Ovechkin scores. It's now 4-2 for Washington. Oh, come on, boys. 2 minutes, 1.5, and Orlov's going to net the empty netter, and that is the end of the game. Washington's offensive explosion in that third period gets them a 5-2 victory, and yeah, boys, you should be demoralized. Going back to Nashville, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, boys. Will we send these Nashville Predators fans home happy, or will Ovi finally get to lift the cup? Even though it may not be on home ice, he'll still get to touch Lord Stanley. Let's see. First period. Okay, Johansson and Arvidsson. Oh my God, neck and neck. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know what to do here, boys. Let's go second period. Enough, no goals scored, 1-1, 20 shots apiece. Comes down to this one period. Who's going to propel themselves? And it's going to be Philip Forsberg getting Nashville a 2-1 lead. Here, boys, let's get it. Now Washington's on the power play, but a huge penalty kill by Nashville. Washington's pumping the shots on there on the power play yet again, but 5 minutes left in the period. Nashville's still up by 1, 2.5, 140, and Panarin nets the empty netter, and that's it, boys. Your Nashville Predators have won their second Stanley Cup in this universe, and it's a 3-1 win in game number 7. A tremendous performance from the boys in the third period to go ahead and propel us through the end. Austin Matthews, guys, that first line there, trading those firsts, using that salary cap on Artemi Panarin, amazing performance from the boys. Johansson, Arvidsson, Neal found their rhythm, got it done for us, and what more can be said than a 30 save on 31 shot performance from John Gibson in the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals. In a Game 7, your Nashville Predators are the Stanley Cup champions, boys. Hell yeah. All right, so let's go ahead, simulate up here a little bit. Let's go ahead and check out what the, okay, so the salary cap is moving up. And we're going to go ahead and check out what the awards are. I'll do a quick award rundown. Let's see who was the best player for us during that playoff run. The Stanley Cup goes to the Nashville Predators for the second time in 3 years. So, the Stanley Cups in this universe have gone Edmonton, Buffalo, Toronto, Nashville, Pittsburgh, Nashville. And we didn't win the President's Trophy this year, but we had it back-to-back years last year. So we represented the West, and obviously the Capitals represented the East. The Columbus Blue Jackets were the best team in the NHL. Taylor Hall wins the Art Ross. Tavares wins the Hart Memorial. James Norris goes to John Carlson on the Canucks. Okay, interesting. Lady Byng goes to Vladimir Tarasenko, the Calder Memorial. So Strome, I don't know who that is, but he won the Calder Memorial. Conn Smythe goes to Artemi Panarin. Let me go check out the stats when we're done with this. The Vezina went to Carey Price, another fantastic season for him. William M. Jennings also went to him. Aaron Ekblad got the Bill Masterton Trophy. JT Comfort got the Frank J. Selke. Ted Lindsay goes to John Tavares, and the Maurice Rocket-Richard goes for a third time to Vladimir Tarasenko. So, let's check out some of the player stats in the playoffs, boys. Oh my god, Artemi Panarin, that first line, boys, absolutely killed it. They're absolutely clutch. I mean, they're poised. I think that's what it is. They're poised. We got Forsberg and Matthews above 90, and then Artemi Panarin's like an 83. So, man. Michael Spacek, though, well, I can't say too much more about this guy. He's going to be a great bottom six player for us. I just kind of want him to get that defensive category up, but man, the dude can get you points from the fourth line with limited ice time. Victor Arvidsson, not a bad performance. He was a minus, but 17 points in 24 games. Let's go to forwards here. Kevin Fiala, 17 points, but it was a +5. Ryan Johansson was a -1, had 12 points, so a point every other game, which is pretty good. Perron Comtois, they kind of slowed down. Spacek certainly didn't, though. He kept on his tremendous form. Pajot had a good playoffs. Craig Smith and James Neal. Maybe James Neal's got to go, boys. I don't know. 3 years left at that kind of salary. He's not really performing for us. We got other spots for him. Maybe at the draft, he's the guy that'll go, but I don't want to mess up too much of a core that just won the Stanley Cup, boys. It's a Stanley Cup winning roster, and I think I want to keep most of it together. PK Subban, 12 points in 24 games. Thomas Chabot, 11 points in 24 games. A tremendous performance from this young guy. He's 25. He's turning 26. He should cap off right around there, so I'm going to have a great defensive core too, boys. Yossi, Ellis, Ekholm, Jacobs even. Stuart Percy was only a -1 through 2 games. Not bad. And then the goaltender that got it done for us with 2 shutouts, 924 save percentage, and a 220 goal against average for John Gibson. The brick wall in net for the Nashville Predators. Well, there it is, boys. Let's go ahead and check out our path and Washington's path to the Stanley Cup Finals. So, Nashville had to overcome a Game 7 against the Chicago Blackhawks, then swept the St. Louis Blues, not St. Louis Sharks, 4-2 victory over the Anaheim Ducks in a Game 7 3-1 win against the Washington Capitals. Now, for Washington, they swept the Islanders, swept the Penguins in round 2, which is kind of bizarre, because that would never happen in real life. But anyway, 4-1 win over Florida. So they waltzed through the East and ran up to a hot brick wall that was the Nashville Predators in a Game 7 victory, boys. Like I said, that was going to be one of the toughest challenges we've ever had to face in the playoffs, but we got it done. What a way to do it, boys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you in the next one.